Bucci, Maine. We are sorry for dripping, but dripping is what we do. Kenny isn't impaired. He's boom, roasted.
That's what he said. All men are created equal, but the Lions and Rams have put added value on one human, and they're both good with the deal, and this is a big dang deal.
Matthew Stafford is a Ram. Jared Goff is a Lion. Yep. Matthew Stafford heading to L.A. in exchange for Jared Goff and multiple draft picks. Sources told Adam Schefter Saturday night Goff helped guide the Rams to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, was perhaps one quicker decision / better pass away from winning. He's 7 years younger than Stafford. Stafford turns 33 next month. He's yet to win an NFL playoff game after 12 years in Detroit. Here's the deal. Of course, a bit of a salary dump as well for the Rams. They owed Goff a lot of money, so they get Stafford back. You're going to give up a couple first-round picks, not in this next draft, after this year. Also a 2021 third coming up in this draft. That often is a very good player as well. So the Lions have a chance to get a young quarterback who perhaps is close to Stafford, close enough in their eyes, and get possible 3 high-end players. Well, Adam Schefter had the news first. Adam, talk about this trade. Did it happen quickly? What did you know about it as the day progressed on Saturday?
John, the Rams had been working on this for a few days now, and the Detroit Lions really wanted to get this done and resolved as soon as possible. And there were other teams involved in the process as well, but it quickly became apparent that the Los Angeles Rams wanted Matthew Stafford as badly as Matthew Stafford wanted them. Matthew Stafford was drawn to the idea that he would be playing for Sean McVay in the Rams offense with those weapons in that city, in that stadium, which hosts the Super Bowl next season, and obviously became quickly apparent that those two sides wanted it to work. And the Detroit Lions, once they got all that compensation in return, keep in mind they get back the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. They get 2 future first-round picks, a third-round draft pick, a lot of picks for Matthew Stafford, who they were going to trade anyway. It worked on all ends for all sides, and they agreed to the deal, which cannot be processed until the new league year begins in the middle of March, John.
This will be the 5th straight draft. The Rams don't have a #1 draft pick, but that's never scared them off in the past. When a trade like this happens, Adam, and you break it, I'm sure you start hearing from people around the league, getting texts from coaches, GMs, players. What was their reaction to this? Did they think it was too much given up by the Rams to get Stafford?
Listen, it's never too much to give up for a quarterback that you believe in. Sean McVay is getting a quarterback that he's identified and studied at length already over the last couple of weeks that he believes will be a star in L.A. Keep in mind, the Lions' new general manager is Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes, formerly of the Rams personnel department. He knows Jared Goff very well. And Dan Campbell, the Lions' new head coach, also looked at Goff as somebody they wanted. So the Rams get the quarterback they want to play under Sean McVay. The Lions get a quarterback that they know well to take over from Matthew Stafford, and they now will have double ones after this year in each of the next 2 years, not to mention the third-round pick in this year's draft.
You predicted massive turnover at the quarterback position in the NFL. I think your over-under was 18, so this is a 2-for-1 special for you. Could this mean more trades coming quicker than normal, Adam, or are these all mutually exclusive? Could we see momentum for deals now?
Well, John, we always thought that this would be an unprecedented movement of quarterbacks during the offseason. And already, we haven't gotten to the Super Bowl. We're a week away from the Super Bowl, and we've already seen 2 former #1 overall picks trade teams. It's just the start. When you look at all the names that are out there and all the potential moves that are out there, this will just be the beginning. And again, there aren't many teams you can look at that you know their opening day starter. But you know what we now know, too? We know that Matthew Stafford is going to start for the Rams. And we know that Jared Goff is going to start for the Detroit Lions.
And we also know the Lions play at the Rams this fall coming up. Hopefully we'll have the stands filled again with fans to see that going down. Adam Schefter will be busy over the next couple of weeks and couple months as he breaks down the trade of Matthew Stafford going to the Rams. Much more to come, including a contentious interview. Kenny Mayne
getting saucy in the National Football League. Week away from the Super Bowl. Huge deal. Supported by Adam Schefter first. Quarterbacks trading place. Matthew Stafford headed to the Rams. Jared Goff headed to the Lions. And that's not it. The Lions also rewarded with 2 first-round picks. and a 3rd-round pick. That's a lot. Now, the Rams have a history of trading their first-round picks, as you might know. They traded their 2017 pick to the Titans to draft Jared Goff a year earlier. Their 2018 pick was traded to the Patriots for Brandon Cooks, who lasted 2 seasons in L.A. They also traded their 20 and 21 draft picks to the Jags for Jalen Ramsey. Tim, I'm not here to question Matthew Stafford's worth, but what do you make of, on paper anyway, a seemingly lopsided deal?
Well, listen, Kenny, the fact that it is seemingly lopsided, I would just agree with that general assessment, because even when I heard it, I said, well, wait a second, the picks went where? And so, look, I think the interesting part here is that you have a guy who's 33 years old in Matthew Stafford, who is still super talented physically, and an upgrade probably at the position of Jared Goff. And I think for Jared Goff, what's surprising is that here's a guy who was in a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and now it looks like he was kind of an add-in to get rid of the contract for the Rams. So, yeah, I think that this does look lopsided in that regard, and I think there was some accounting that played a critical role in this trade happening.
How do you see each of them fitting into the new place where they're headed?
Well, for Jared Goff, I think it's going to be a tough adjustment. He's going to basically what looks like a rebuild, and there's going to be some question about how much the team actually really wanted him. So I think it's an uphill battle for Jared Goff in Detroit. Now, for Matthew Stafford with the Rams, I think it's a great opportunity. It's a championship caliber defense with a really good play caller on the offensive side of the ball, and I think somebody that can really help Matthew Stafford at this point in his career. And I think Matthew Stafford can really help Sean McVay, just because they're going to be able to do things offensively that they weren't able to do with Jared Goff. You can do them now with a guy like Matthew Stafford as your quarterback.
Tim Hasselbeck, thank you for denigrating my first question. Thank you for your time.